Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 1st of April. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. This week we have Adbri, Qantas, Pilbara Minerals, ASM and Brainchip. So if you have a request, send it through. Make sure you're getting the free newsletter. However, if you want our best ideas, you need to be getting the Dynamic Investor, which is sent out every Tuesday. But if you do enjoy these videos, please share them on social media, such as Facebook or Google, or even leave us a review. Remember, our core business is portfolio management. So if you'd like to have a broking account with us, give me a call and I can explain how to set that up. And any advice, of course, is general only. So we have a daily chart of Adbri, used to be known as Adelaide Brighton. It has lagged the other builders recently, but it's starting to look a bit more bullish now, in my opinion. So if we have a look at price action since the start of February here, we've seen some nice impulsive moves, corrective moves lower, especially here. Fairly corrective, another big impulsive move, sort of big follow through again yesterday. So it's looking like it's starting to get on the move now. Basically, the big test, of course, is this sort of $3.60 level. Obviously, you can't buy it right here just under resistance, but it's looking pretty good. So I think if it breaks through there, then that will be the next buying opportunity. Qantas, so like most travel stocks, starting to trend higher again. We could see that at the start of the year we had this decline, but then it jumped up quite nicely here towards the end of February to get going again, and we could see that a good volume came into the stock. Most recently we've got this decline. But it's coming back on lower volumes, so even though it's gone back recently from about 550 to 5, we could see that volumes were drying up, so that's a positive. And there seems to be very good support at current levels. Obviously $5 is pretty significant for Qantas, so we may well be seeing it turn around and heading back up again from here. PLS, so obviously at the end of Jan we had this, just zoom in a bit, we had this sort of massive drop, failed to rally and then dropped again. I guess the good news is it didn't follow through, it's just gone sideways. So that's, I suppose, a positive that it has leveled out, but we just need to be wary that it doesn't break to the downside. So there's clearly a range developing. We need to see which way it breaks, and at the moment it's sort of in the middle towards the top of that range. So ideally we need to see it break here. Obviously if it breaks under that, that's a negative, but even if we do get an upside break, I think anyone chasing that break just needs to be wary that this level here will offer some resistance. So that any rally from here might be short-lived. You might get a rally up here, and then hopefully a corrective decline, and then it's going to get going again. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Clear range, need to wait for it to break first. ASM, so not too dissimilar to PLS in some respects in terms of recent price action. Look, it was looking good at the end of last year. We had this series of impulsive moves, corrective decline, or consolidation, impulsive move, consolidation, another break, big rally. Obviously this sort of move was a negative, so we've gone from sort of flat corrections to proper deep pullbacks. Again, we've got a bit of a range developing here. It's at the bottom of that, so quite simply, you'd be looking for either a reversal from here to possibly run it back up towards $6, or just a break of $6. Obviously, pullback under these sorts of levels near 450 would be viewed as a negative. Okay, finally Brainchip. So again, if we look back over the last several months, we've seen some nice breaks from, I guess, some tight ranges. So even going back to mid last year, tight range, bit of a break, another massive run after a tight range, deep pullback, but then it's settled down, tight range, and then sort of a gap up to be the buy signal, nice run, and so on. Most recently though, the downwards sort of volatility is now increasing. So instead of getting sort of smallish moves down, we're seeing big pullbacks after a big move up here. So that's just a bit of a concern, just all this added volatility. So we've got a stock trading between about 40 cents and almost 80 cents now. So I think it'll whip around here. For me, I'd like to just see it settle down similar to what we've seen in the past. But yeah, at the moment, it just looks like we're going to get a lot of whipping around and a lot of volatility. Okay, well, that's all for this week. If you have a stock you want me to look at, please send it through, and I'll try to look at it next Thursday for you.